It's early morning and you're sipping your favorite coffee, checking your messages. Suddenly, a notice appears as a bucket of cold water, a cruel comment, or an unnecessary gesture that makes your day less bright. Dealing with toxic people is a common challenge, but the way we respond can change this dynamic. Did you notice how one negative comment? It can be more than a compliment in your mind. It's like a stubborn stain on your favorite shirt, where your power lies. The ability to see that stain and decide not to let it ruin your day. These difficult times reflect more on the other person's internal struggles and insecurities than on you. In his meditations, Marcus Aurelius offered a timeless wisdom. When someone blames you or hates you, look inside and see what kind of person she is. This shows that we don't have to be troubled by other people's opinions. This perspective invites us to look beyond superficial interactions and to understand the deeper motives behind the actions of others, often the negative attitudes we encounter. They are reflections of the inner struggles and insecurities of the person himself, and not a true reflection of who we are. Confronting this negativity provides us with a unique opportunity for self-reflection. Ask yourself, what truths about you have been obscured by other people's judgments? Are you allowing the negativity of another person to define your day or your value? This is a crucial moment to dive into the interior, removing the layers of expectations and social masks we often put on to please others. I challenge you to explore these layers, to find out who you really are, without outside influences. Think about how many times you have adjusted your actions or words to avoid criticism or to be accepted. These adaptations can hide your true qualities and desires. By acknowledging this, you can begin to redeem the authenticity that has been buried by other people's judgments. Let's embark on this journey of self-discovery together. Find strategies not only to deal with toxic individuals, but also to strengthen our sense of identity and self-awareness. You've probably met someone who seems to have pressed all the wrong buttons. These people are called poisonous because they spread negativity like a cloud of smoke, obstructing our clear vision and obscuring our personal brilliance. However, understanding that someone's toxicity is not about you, but about them, is the first step in not letting it affect you. The negativity of others will only have power over you if you allow it. So begins a personal transformation where you strengthen your emotional resilience. Confronting negativity also provides an opportunity to practice empathy. When we understand that toxic behavior is a reflection of the other person's inner problems, we can respond with sympathy rather than anger. This does not mean accepting or justifying negative behavior, but choosing not to be affected by it. By doing so, you keep your inner peace intact. In addition, developing this ability can inspire others to do the same, thus creating a more positive environment around them. Self-awareness is fundamental in this process. Know how you react to toxic people. It can empower you to keep your emotional distance like a fencer who knows exactly when to dodge every time a poisonous person attacks. Imagine being completely deviated. You don't absorb the blow because you know your own limits and respect them enough not to let anyone exceed them. This does not require anger or counterattack, only a silent and unwavering knowledge of who you are. Transforming this understanding into a part of your daily life is not as difficult as it seems. Consider it like tying your shoes. At first you need to concentrate, but eventually it becomes second nature when dealing with negativity. Take a step back and ask yourself, why does that bother me? What can I learn from this? These questions are not to make excuses for others, but to strengthen one's own mental courage. Whenever you choose to respond instead of reacting, remember that you do it not because it is an easy choice, but because it is the right way for you. Understand that this road will not be unimpeded. Self-awareness and wandering through the smoke of negativity of others are not fairy tales. There will be days when it will be easier to just react by giving back what was thrown at you. But it's an empty victory that betrays who you are. It is about building a fortress within you, not a place of arrogance, but a place of strength and calm. It is not about ignoring negativity, but about recognizing LA without letting LA define your actions. Then embrace the challenge. This, Tiagusa, makes you more resilient and, in the long run, undeniably stronger. Let us cultivate the courage and wisdom necessary to face negativity gracefully and firmly. By looking beyond superficial interactions, we not only protect our own peace, but also inspire others to do the same. We create a virtuous circle of understanding and empathy turning the environment around us into a more positive and warm space. But what if I told you there was a way to clean the air and navigate through the smoke without losing your way? It all starts with self-awareness. Knowing how you react to toxic people can empower you to keep your emotional distance like a fencer who knows exactly when to dodge. Every time a poisonous person attacks, imagine a perfect deviation. You don't absorb the blow because you know your own limits and respect them enough not to let anyone exceed them. This does not require anger or counterattack, only a silent and unwavering knowledge of who you are. Transforming this understanding into a part of your daily life is not as difficult as it seems. Consider it like tying your shoes. At first, you need to concentrate, but eventually it becomes second nature. Self-awareness is the key to navigating environments loaded with negativity without being affected. Start by observing your reactions to toxic behavior. How do you feel? What are the thoughts that go through your mind? Understanding these reactions is the first step in controlling LAS. Imagine like a strong, resilient tree that when a strong wind passes, the tree may shake, but its roots hold it firmly in place. Similarly, its root lies in its self-consciousness and self-confidence in the face of negativity. Remember your roots, who you are, and what you value. This will help you stay calm and clear, allows you to respond in a balanced and effective manner. A practical technique for developing this skill is meditation or regular practice of mindfulness. By taking a few minutes of your day to connect with yourself and reflect on your emotions, you strengthen your ability to deal with adversity. It can be as simple as closing your eyes and taking a deep breath. Just focus on your breath. These small breaks throughout the day can make a significant difference in how you respond to toxic people. Another strategy is to establish clear boundaries. Limits are essential to protect your mental and emotional health. It is easier to keep calm in the face of negativity when you know how far you can go and what you are unwilling to tolerate. Communicating these boundaries in an assertive but respectful manner can prevent many conflicts and misunderstandings. Remember, if you set boundaries, it's not an act of aggression, it's self-care. In addition, it is important to practice empathy with yourself. Be kind to your own imperfections, and remember that everyone has bad days. Forgive yourself for any mistakes and use every difficult interaction as an opportunity to learn. By doing so, you become more resilient and less susceptible to toxic people. This process of constant self-improvement is like polishing a gem. As time goes by, you become stronger and brighter. Cultivate positive relationships. Surround yourself with people who support you and elevate you. These relationships are like a shield that protects you from negativity. When you feel valued and understood, it is easier to deal with difficult situations in a balanced manner. The emotional support network you build around you can be an invaluable source of strength and courage. So the next time you come across a toxic person, remember that you have the tools you need to deal with the situation. Without losing your inner peace, you can choose not to absorb negativity and respond with wisdom and self-awareness. By doing so, you not only protect your mental health, but also become an example of resilience and balance for others around you. And so, the practice of self-awareness becomes as natural as tying your shoes, a valuable skill that will accompany you for the rest of your life. When dealing with negativity, take a step back and ask yourself, why does it bother me? What can I learn from this? These questions are not to make excuses for others, but to strengthen one's own mental courage. Self-awareness is a constant practice that requires introspection and honesty to oneself. Understand that this road will not be unimpeded. Self-awareness and wandering through the smoke of negativity of others are not fairy tales. There will be days when it will be easier to just react by giving back what was thrown at you, but it's an empty victory that betrays who you are. Every time you choose to respond instead of reacting, remember that you do it not because it's an easy choice, but because it's the right way for you. It is about building a fortress within you, not a place of arrogance, but a place of strength and calm. Think of it as a constant training, just like an athlete preparing for a competition. You are also preparing for the emotional challenges of the day. Every difficult interaction is an opportunity for practice to strengthen your ability to consciously respond. This daily practice begins with self-awareness. Identifying what really bothers you about the negativity you receive is a deep exercise in introspection. It may be that certain attitudes affect you by touching on personal insecurities or painful memories. Recognizing these triggers is the first step to disabling them. When you understand why something affects you, you begin to control your reactions. External negativity is no longer an automatic trigger, but an invitation to reflection and personal growth. Translating this understanding into action is the next step. When faced with a toxic situation, take a deep breath and remember your key questions. Because it bothers me, what can I learn from this? These reflections take you away from impulsive reactions and put you in a state of learning and strengthening. Every difficult interaction becomes a valuable lesson, helping to shape your emotional and mental resilience. The practice of self-consciousness is not a linear process. There will be days when you will feel more vulnerable, and it will be harder to stay calm at these times. It is crucial to remember your past achievements and the progress you have made. Every little step counts, and every time you choose to respond consciously. Do you strengthen this ability? Consistency is the key. Just as shoelaces become a habit, reacting to negativity with self-awareness also becomes a second nature. In addition, it is essential to develop a growth mentality. Instead of seeing challenges as threats, see them as learning opportunities. Each difficult interaction provides a new perspective, a new opportunity to learn more about yourself and others. This does not mean that you should accept toxic behavior, but that you can learn to protect yourself emotionally while maintaining your inner peace. Maintaining this mindset requires support and continuous practice. Surround yourself with people who encourage you and help you stay focused. Take part in activities that promote your emotional well-being, such as meditation, physical exercise, and hobbies you love. These practices strengthen your inner strength and help you maintain calm and clarity, even in adversity. Remember, whether to build an inner fortress is not about isolating yourself or becoming insensitive. It's about finding a balance where you can face negativity without being consumed by it. It's about having the confidence to know who you are and what you value, regardless of other people's opinions and actions. This allows you to live in an authentic way, keeping your integrity and inner peace intact. So the next time you encounter a negative situation, remember that you have the tools to deal with it effectively and in a balanced manner. Use every opportunity to strengthen your self-awareness and respond wisely. By doing so, you not only protect your mental health, but also become an example of resilience and balance for others around you. And so, the practice of self-awareness becomes as natural as tying your shoes, a valuable skill that will accompany you for the rest of your life. It is not about ignoring negativity, but about recognizing LA without letting LA define your actions. This requires a delicate balance between perception and reaction. It is important to be aware of the toxic influences around you, but not to allow them to determine your behavior. Then embrace the challenge. It sharpens you, makes you more resilient, and in the long run, undeniably stronger. When you recognize negativity and choose not to let it affect you, you strengthen your sense of self-control and mental clarity. Forgiveness and memory are two of the most powerful forces you can cultivate. Forgiveness releases the emotional burden associated with negative experiences, allowing you to move on without the weight of resentment. Look at the sky and see how the stars shine despite the darkness around them. Think of these stars as people who add value to your life, illuminating your path with understanding and empathy. These are the connections that deserve your energy and attention. On the other hand, there are black holes representing poisonous individuals that pull you into their darkness, depriving you of your joy and energy. Now comes the question: is there a way to navigate this cosmic dance of relationships without being sucked into these black holes? The answer lies in developing emotional self-protection strategies and cultivating healthy relationships. First, clearly define your boundaries. Knowing how far you are willing to go to interact with toxic people is essential. Setting firm boundaries protects your emotional integrity and prevents other people's negativity from consuming you. Practice emotional detachment. This does not mean being cold or indifferent, but without maintaining a certain emotional distance that allows you to observe the negativity without internalizing it. Imagine, as an observer watching a scene in a movie, what do you see going on? But don't let it penetrate your being or affect your mood. This practice can be strengthened through mindfulness and meditation techniques that help to keep the mind clear and focused. Choose your battles wisely. Not all situations require a response or reaction. Sometimes silence is the most powerful response. Reacting to negativity calmly and quietly can disarm the poisonous person, showing that you will not be drawn into drama or conflict. This shows inner strength and self-control, qualities that are admired and respected. Surrounding yourself with people who support you and elevate the presence of positive people creates an environment where negativity has less room to grow. These relationships are like bright stars, guiding your path and reminding you of what really matters. When you feel valued and understood, it is easier to face challenges with confidence and peace of mind. Use memory as a learning tool, not as an anchor of pain. Remember the lessons learned from past experiences, and don't stick to the pain they have caused. Every negative experience has the potential to teach you something valuable about yourself and others. Use these lessons to strengthen your resilience and wisdom. Finally, practice forgiveness, not only for others, but for yourself. Forgiveness is an act of liberation that frees you from the chains of the past and allows you to move forward lightly. When you forgive, you release yourself from the influence of the poison. You regain your energy and opens up space for new experiences and positive relationships. By integrating these strategies into your life, you become more capable of navigating the cosmic dance of relationships without being sucked into the toxic black hole. You learn to shine like a star, no matter how dark it is around you. And so you transform every interaction, every challenge, in an opportunity to grow and strengthen. In the long run, it is undeniable that it will become stronger and more resilient. Imagine yourself as a spaceship fueled by courage and wisdom. This courage is your forgiveness, the energy that absolves your faults and allows you to be above any toxic influence. Forgive. Release you from the gravity of resentment that chains you to painful memories and grudges. But every spaceship needs a navigation system. This is your memory, the guardian of the lessons of life. Remember to use forgiveness as the fuel that pushes you forward, and let your memory help you avoid repeating the same pattern in the intricate ballet of life. Let us aspire to be the spaceship that opens the way through the chaos of the universe with refined grace, driven by the power of forgiveness and guided by the wisdom of memory. I hope you enjoyed this video from the bottom of your heart and that it could have helped you. And as a reward, I only ask you to leave a like on this video, subscribe to our channel, and activate the notification bell. And here on the screen you will have 2 more amazing videos for you to watch. So click there, watch, a hug, stay in peace, and until the next one.